to Suck or Success, where we tell you if something sucks or is a success. I'm Brandon Kaiser.
Josh Jessen.
I'm Brian Haas.
Kid Coleman cool.
God damn it. This time we decided to go see Kong Skull Island.
Kong, damn it.
Kong what?
Kong, damn it.
I think
Kong,
you said.
damn it.
I think you said it wrong. It was Kong. Skull
Colon?
Island.
Kong colon?
Yeah,
Skull
colon.
Island?
Skull
colon.
Island. There's a pause.
I thought there was a colon.
Pretty sure.
I wrote a colon. Anyways, directed by Jordan. It's directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts and stars Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, and John Goodman. So, Josh, what did you think? Was it a suck or a success?
Do I have to answer now?
Well, you can say what you want to say.
Okay. This was a very visually good-looking movie. I thought, yeah, like the locations, the settings. I thought it was some of the direction too. Yeah, like some of it was a little hokey, like the fisting. I don't.
The fisting.
Not
Fist
fisting.
fighting?
Did we see the same movie?
There were a lot of parallels that they kept forcibly drawing between Sam Jackson and Kong.
Were they?
When they like the staring down,
There were stare
then
downs.
Kong like closed his fist, and then later on you see Sam Jackson and he closes his fist.
I guess.
And, like I don't know. I thought that was a little ham-fisted.
Oh, gee. Did you just say that for that joke?
No, it just popped
All right.
in there.
All right, fair enough.
But I don't know. There was a couple. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm off base on that one. I just thought there was a lot of.
Well, if you got that, then you got that.
This was a very basic movie. I thought at its core, it's one of those like let's throw a bunch of background characters and a couple of characters into a setting. There's monsters, and you get to see who gets out at the end. It's one of those like who survives to the end kind of movies. You know what's going to happen because there's no real like shocks or twist in this movie.
And we know this has to set up for a Kong vs. Godzilla movie.
So I mean, you know, basically the movie going into it, the real thing is who makes it out, who doesn't.
Yeah, the journey.
And seeing some action along the way, and I thought that was good. I thought the performances were great. I think it's like great, maybe not great. They were good.
Okay.
They were good. There wasn't a lot of acting.
I don't think they were asked to do a lot. Let's
Yeah,
put it that way.
yeah.
So,
There wasn't a lot on display. I didn't think Tom Hiddleston was standoutish.
you know what I think the problem is?
But Sam Jackson's always great.
I think the reason why we're all kind of struggling to figure out what we're going to say about this movie is that it's hard to compare this movie to Logan, which is the movie we saw the week before.
Oh, no, I'm not
they're
trying to-
very different movies.
I'm not trying to compare this to Logan. I would have
just compare.
No, I mean just because you're like, well, the performances were great. Good. No, they didn't really have
They
a lot to
weren't-
do.
they weren't
because
Logan.
it's like, yeah, like Logan, it's like, well, they
You're
gave
right.
him quite a bit more to do in Logan. And,
Yeah,
you know,
Just
like,
compare it to Peter Jackson's King Kong, man.
Well, then it's very
there was no
same-ish.
Jack Black in this movie.
There was
Very
no
same-
crispy bacon in this movie.
No crispy
Um,
bacon.
What's his name?
Hiddleston?
No.
Tom Hiddleston.
Sam Jackson.
John C. Reilly.
John C.
Waits.
Reilly.
John C. Reilly
Sorry.
was.
I didn't want to go on for
I liked him. I liked Sam Jackson. I thought those were great. John Goodman was like giving this weird.
Stick out, weird eye.
He was doing like this weird thing. I don't know what John Goodman was doing. I liked it, but it was a little weird.
I think he was trying to be that weird scientisty guy who was a genius, who's got something undiscovered, but like subtle.
I felt like
It just
John
didn't
Goodman
pull
needed
off.
to be in a Ghostbusters movie.
He was just a dog with a bone.
I feel like they didn't give him enough time to
Yeah, he was like
be whatever he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
He was just a
I
dog
kind of
with
feel
a
that
bone.
about most characters, though.
Yeah.
Like, there are monsters. I don't care who has to die. I'm going to prove it. That's essentially what
Yeah.
it's dog with a bone.
Actually, yeah, no. I
Well,
think
eventually. But like at first, it was more of like,
I think that was supposed to be
my
the
thing
bad
is about to
guy.
get shut down. We need to go on this expedition.
Yeah, guys, you
Really
talked me out of
wants
it. Performances weren't. Other than Sam Jackson, Sam Jackson gives you his A game, even when he's doing Triple X. He gives you the A game.
Was he in the new Triple X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's doing all of them.
He gives you the A game, no matter what kind of schlock fucking thing he's doing. And I think if you're looking for if you're into big monsters, the big monster movie, if you're into the survival, who makes it to the end kind of genre,
Sure.
this movie would be a streaming
Wait for it.
For those people.
for those people. And I think you can skip it if you're not really into it, because I don't really think there was anything to write home about after seeing this movie.
Interesting.
But let's see, what Brian, who nodded in agreement with my sentiment, will say.
Oh, I mean, spoiler alert. But
Spoilers, people who weren't paying attention to Brian's subtle head gestures.
touching base on a couple things I want to bring up. based off your review,
Yeah.
was that I actually liked Hiddleston's performance in this. I don't know if it was just a coincidence, but I got he's a tough badass, but like he wasn't the star of the show the whole time, and it worked.
What part of Hiddleston's performance did you appreciate more? I almost have daddy issues, but I don't really show it because I'm a tough guy, or I'm going to put this gas mask on and swing katanas. Like,
I liked it. That especially in this kind of movie, it works for me.
When that happened, I was like, this is the most ridiculous. It works in this movie. Like everything, I didn't think it fit, but I'm like, this works. This movie makes it work.
Yep.
I'm okay with it.
But speaking of that scene, those scenes where like really weird things happen that, I mean, I know it's a monster movie and this would never happen, but sometimes you have to accept that premise and you want the rest to be realistic. And at first, every time something really crazy and unrealistic happened, it pulled me out of it and I was mad. But by the end of it, I realized they were kind of doing that certain points on purpose to like, I don't know, bring out the exaggeration and make it a good monster fight. And
Yeah.
it's cool. So I ended up coming around to that, even though I didn't like it at the beginning. Besides that, I would just say that, yeah, if you like seeing monster movies where they fight, it's really awesome to see a movie that gets the budget to pull off like the CGI and stuff that deserves. So, in that regard, I'll say stream it.
Wait for it.
Because that's our option out of the three. But what I really mean is wait for it to come out on like Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray or something like that.
Okay.
So you want people to buy it?
Yes!
But
Because I think the CGI and the...
You think it would look better in 4K?
if you're a fan enough
Okay.
to buy it, wouldn't you just tell them to go see it?
No, because
they're kind of saying it's worth going to see, but just don't expect the greatest movie ever.
If you guys
Like,
spend that
that's
much
kind of
money
the
on it,
way
spend
I-
the money on the 4K, then you can see every little.
And then you own it for reals. Real. Because then once the sequels come out, or whatever you call them, the trilogy, the quadrilogy, whatever it's going to be.
Oh, they showed
Quadrilogy, I think, because there's Godzilla 2 yet, and then there's the
Rodan.
Versus movie.
Yeah.
I think.
You're going to want that adorning your wall so that you can go back and watch the entire
Then you gotta go
saga in one sitting.
Mechagodzilla,
Wow.
Mechaghidra.
I think you're really thinking this one's going to go the distance.
Oh,
You
and
think
they'll
it's gonna
get
get
they'll
canceled
get to
halfway
Kong
through?
versus Godzilla. They'll get to Kong.
They'll get to
versus
that, but
Godzilla. Whether it goes beyond that, I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway, after my rambling, what do you think, Kit? Discuss.
Well, I
Possibly Ramble.
didn't get to the theater with the highest expectations of this movie, or just in general. I sat down
But did you mean you didn't get to the theater then?
and I just I kind of
You spent a half an hour in a bar in Ohio.
That's true.
I waited a while, but I thought it was worth the wait because it turns out
Oh my god!
that they put the Bloody Marys in really tall glasses now at the bar.
This
like,
wasn't a review
bigger
of the
than they
theater
should.
bar.
Hey, people should know.
With 3 olives, not 2 anymore, 3.
Whoa.
Great.
Yeah.
Maybe they give you the extra $1 for a wait.
And then afterwards, I saw the movie, and
Did not live up to the Bloody Mary.
yeah, but I enjoyed the Bloody Mary. The Bloody Mary was really good. I every now and then when the
Why
movie,
are you ordering a Bloody Mary?
when the movie
before
became too,
o'clock
I enjoyed Bloody Marys. It's Sunday. Wait, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. And
You know, that's not a thing in other parts of the country.
Bloody
The
Marys.
morning Bloody Marys, like that's more of a Wisconsin sort of thing.
Or it'd be like a rare treat.
Well,
Like a-
some people have mimosas.
It's not that common. That's all I'm saying.
See, that's how unimportant this movie is because we're talking about
You're talking about the
breakfast cocktails, which are way more interesting
Breakfast
than this movie
cocktails.
was.
7-o'clock tales.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't care about any of these characters. I actually liked Samuel Jackson's character. He had good points. You know, they killed his men, and he wanted to kill the thing. It's good enough for me.
I mean, I got his motivation. It
Was he going to
pretty-
succeed? Maybe.
I don't. Well, he.
If he actually did pull the trigger sooner, yeah, maybe.
Can,
Yeah, but
can I bring up a quick aside?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I should have done
No,
this
go
on
ahead.
my turn. I don't know his name, which I
Me
guess
neither.
tells you something. But I assumed he was like the sergeant guy.
I know what
Anyway,
you're talking about.
yeah, he carried around the grenade launcher with the
Oh,
grenades.
yes, I was going to mention that too.
The entire movie.
Yeah.
I was waiting for
Oh.
a payoff. And like, they bring out the flamethrowers, and like, they never set that up. They bring out.
He just had a flamethrower.
Yeah, they bring
Yeah,
out all
where
this
did that
stuff.
come from?
They never set up. And you never get the payoff with those grenades. And like,
Yeah. He was
When he
carrying around
uses
the grenade
grenades?
launchers
Not
the whole
those
time.
grenades.
You mean Nucky's brother from
Yeah,
Boardwalk
Nucky's brother.
Empire.
Yeah. That's why I was like. Oh, that guy was in.
That's a
Boardwalk
problem I
Empire.
have with a lot of the background characters that were there.
Oh,
was
yeah, they
just
nothing.
kept popping in, and they'd have like random gear.
I think
They didn't-
Shea Wingham is his name. Or
That-
something like that.
They'd start murdering people and be like, "Oh, is that one of the important guys?" But then after the scene, like all the main cast members just met up after all those people got murdered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, like
That was like
Nailed me.
that character. I was waiting for him to do something awesome.
Yeah.
To do that actor.
He looked like
I thought like he's gonna do something. He's got a grenade launcher on his back. Oh, he's gonna make a last
That's a
stand.
spoiler alert.
Just like Billy did.
You're about to do
from
spoiler.
spoiler alert. Just like Billy did from like Predator. So he's gonna go like do something really like.
Oh,
Billy
okay.
didn't do anything awesome.
Yeah,
He actually
yeah.
went the ways of Billy. Like I was like, he's gonna use that grenade launcher under like all those grenades and that grenade launcher on your back. No. I'm gonna hold these 2 grenades and wait for him to tail
That's
whip
the
me.
spoiler.
I was
thought
skirting around that, and
Who cares?
yeah, honestly.
It was terrible.
Someone might care.
Why not use the grenade launcher on him?
All right,
Why hold them?
All right.
It's just, anyway.
Oh, also, where did all those helicopters come from?
this guy.
They set up that there's
The
4 on
boat
the
seems
boat.
like
Boat-
it's 4,
boat
yeah, but
went
then there's
around
like,
to the
then
north
there's like
end,
almost
yeah.
a dozen all of a sudden.
No, not at the end. At the beginning.
In the beginning, there seem to be more helicopters.
Yeah,
than just
4
on
can
that
fit
boat.
on the boat, and yet all of a sudden there's 14 or 15. I lost
I think
count.
there's like a dozen or something
Yeah.
like that. Like,
They went and restocked helicopters. I don't know.
Sorry.
Anyway,
no, I thought the same thing. So I think that's valid.
That's my. That draws back to my point of at the beginning it really pulled
With
me out of it,
Captain
and now I'm back.
Sheriff Longmire hanging out.
Sure.
The captain of
John C. Reilly good, story bad. Half of the movie I thought Tom Hiddleston was actually Mike Fassbender.
Mike
Sorry,
Fassbender.
Mike.
You're a
sorry.
close personal friend of Michael
Yeah,
Fassbender.
I'm close
Icons
friends with
like-
Mike. I thought it was Michael Fassbender until the credits. It was like,
We call
oh,
Michael
that was Tom Hiddleston. Good to see he's still getting work. Holy shit. He's the cheap man's Michael Fassbender.
Wow.
We
Wow.
call
I
Mikey
don't know.
Quick on the
Don't get me
streets.
wrong, I like Tom Hiddleston in like as Loki. And I kinda
All
thought-
British people
I
are the
thought
same
it was,
to you, huh?
I thought it was rad that he's hanging out with Miss Marvel, but still.
Yeah.
I thought Brie Larson did a good job. I was expect her to lift that like helicopter on her own.
Did you?
Because because of the things. Captain Marvel, Miss
I
Marvel,
thought
do it.
no, I thought it was gonna be like the rest of them or the tribe people were gonna help
Yeah,
her.
I thought it was gonna be a people.
Something like that.
But I gotta say, just stream this. Like,
Wait for it.
like stream it on Netflix and just use as background noise while you do a crossword or Sudoku or something.
Seppuku.
If you want to sit down and watch it, all right, you can do that.
You can do it dot to dot. Like,
Yeah, you can do it dot to dot.
All right.
But Brandon,
All right. I'm gonna start by saying I think you guys are being a little harsh on this movie. I mean, this isn't the greatest movie in the world,
No, it's
but
not.
as popcorn summer blockbustery fun, I think this movie's pretty good.
Point of order, it's March.
And it was like 12 degrees
it's not even
out this
spring.
morning.
Is it spring?
That's timist. Okay. I'm like,
Well, don't call it a summer blockbuster movie.
But that's what it was going for. It wanted to be a sort of summer blockbuster movie. It just wanted to be that in March, and I thought they fairly succeeded.
This is
Itself
an Asian
identifies
blockbuster.
as
This was
a-
made in Hungary.
Look, I think this is a movie that Independence Day Resurgence thinks it could be. Okay, let's put it
Oh,
that
yeah, this
way.
was
to
better
start
than
out.
that.
So, I'm getting it, but I think there were some really cool scenes and shots and stuff. I thought there was very creative stuff in there. I think the actors do enough of what they were asked to do. They weren't asked from a lot, so I can't criticize their performances.
Samuel
because-
Jackson met his.
To me, the
direction.
main problem with this movie is either studio or editing. Wait, this is Warner Brothers. Oh my god, every Warner Brothers review is the same, guys.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I just realized that. Anyways, because everything is really quickly cut to the next thing. We never get to spend enough time with any characters. We never get
Yeah, that's
enough
right.
backstory on anyone. Like, it's very much like
Yeah,
some
I-
shit went down.
I saw Batman vs Superman. You're good. I understand.
No, but I'm talking about this movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I mean, you're saying Warner Brothers is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it seems to be like all of their movies in the last like few years is I look at them and I go, the problem with
Oh
this
my
movie
God.
is the way it was edited or the way it was like.
Does that mean
Holy
Beetlejuice
shit.
is in trouble?
They need new editors at Warner Brothers. Jeez, what?
Does that mean Beetlejuice 2 is in trouble?
You actually think Beetlejuice 2 is going to happen?
Yeah.
Wow, that alone surprising.
Come on.
Anyways,
Like, Michael Keaton could do it.
no, Michael Keaton was supposed to be in this movie.
He doesn't even need as much
He
makeup
backed
anymore.
out. He had too much. He was too busy. He couldn't do this movie.
Oh, he would have been awesome.
I think he was going to be the John C. Reilly character. Is my guess?
Is he too busy being Vulture?
Probably.
Wait, John C.
Well, I think
Reilly
he was
character?
making the founder. And
Oh,
then
that would have been
doing-
awesome.
I think he was making the founder and then
You know,
Spider-Man, but I don't know.
I thought maybe he would be the John Gooden character, but John C. Reilly.
My guess was he was going to be the John C. Reilly character, which would have been kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it would have been.
Even though Riley's great, I don't want to discount. I think he's one of the better characters in this.
He was probably
He was the
number
comedic
two.
relief.
I do
but-
enjoy the good crazy Michael Keaton.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, to the movie itself.
Don't
So
go chasing those waterfalls.
I think the effects are good. I think the explosions and fights and all that are well done. Like I'm not going to fault them for any of that. It's just that there isn't a whole lot there for this movie. Like it's a bunch of cool visual stuff and not a lot of
Good
story
visuals, good
or
action.
So you're saying
Story's
there's-
lacking.
You're saying the story's lacking. There's not a whole lot there, but we're being too critical of it.
No, just
That-
you
that's
guys
the type
seemed
of
like
movie it
you were
is.
kind of cutting it down. I'm just saying for what it is, I think it's a good version of what it is. It's just I'm just warning people not to expect.
Yeah.
So you're saying expect explosions, violence,
I was not expecting
special effects.
Or
Do
even-
not expect story, character development.
Look,
or-
if you want to
I like John C.
see,
Riley's character.
if you want to see a bunch of crazy
Oh.
summer blockbuster action stuff, I think this movie will be great.
a couple months early.
Just know what you're expecting. I think that's all.
they should wait till the summer. Got it.
I think this type of movie.
Sure. I guess I'm not gonna. Again,
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not trying
gonna.
to cut you down either.
I'm not
just
going to
saying.
fault them for the month they chose to release it. The summer's pretty
I
crowded.
was trying to find a common
This
ground.
month's pretty crowded too for some reason. So
I think it's hard coming out in 2017 with a movie like this, with a simpler plot and everything. Because I think people have higher expectations now.
Really?
Is that? Am I out of
Elaborate.
base there?
I don't think there's. I don't know.
It just feels like there's so
I don't
many
know
good
if I feel
movies.
I'm indifferent to what you
that-
said. I guess like I could
yeah.
see some of it. I could
Oh.
not agree with some of it. You know, like
it
I'm
just
on
seems
both
like an
sides.
older, movie that it was a simpler time back then. Expectations were lower at the time. and
Expectations.
So you don't think very highly of older movies, I guess.
That's not entirely.
So anyway, your thoughts on
Anyway,
this movie?
so I'm
are-
gonna say for most people it's a stream it.
Wait for it.
But if what you wanted was just a bunch of
Explosions,
crazy
violence,
action, special effects extravaganza sort of thing, if you just wanted a vapid summer blockbuster movie, then this will be fine. You'll enjoy it a lot, I think. So there you
I would like to read the book, or not
The book?
read, but actually listen to the audiobook of Samuel Jackson telling stories of mythological stories like Icarus. And
Yeah.
maybe even read the Bible, because he just spices that shit right the fuck up, like that Bloody Mary I had. It's just perfect. Wow.
Anyways,
Well, that says it all right there.
I thought Henry Jackman's score was pretty good when there was score and not the stereotypical Vietnam songs, but
Those
Yeah,
are the
let's-
best parts.
I don't know. Do we want to touch on the soundtrack, being that it's just,
no, because it's
it's
almost every
that
standard
soundtrack.
Vietnam
It's-
song you could think of.
But I think in this movie that
I didn't have a
works,
problem with it.
'cause it's such a
didn't at first.
stereotypical thing.
Well, no, that was saying like the first song popped out and went, oh, this is from like every fucking.
I don't think the Bowie was stereotypical.
No,
but
but it wasn't. But like
Yeah.
the first few, like the first song popped out, I'm like, oh, of course. This
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then they did, like,
CCR,
the
Rise
next-
of the Jungle, of course.
Then
I
they
played that.
put the next song on, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is in every movie too. And then the third one, I'm like, this isn't.
Long
This
Cold
is the
Woman
entire
Black
soundtrack
Dress.
is just gonna be the entire soundtrack of Vietnam.
And sometimes
Let's pop paranoia.
the movie is
Let's
kind
throw
of
White Rabbit
uppity and like
I think it's enjoyable enough. I just think don't expect a lot, basically.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anything
It's
else?
hard to
you
get
guys
past
wanna
those
say?
songs, you know.
I
Yeah,
think
just
I
saying.
think Jordan Vogt-Roberts, the director, I think he showed some flair. I think he was just given a studio blockbuster and did what he could with
Hey, you
it.
got a Warner Brothers film that
Yeah,
you're
I
directing.
think, I think, like I said, I feel like
we
everyone
want
in
it
this
to be
movie,
your vision, but make sure you submit all your visions to corporate before.
I feel like this movie, everyone did a good enough job with what they were given. It was just the
everybody had
studio.
expectations.
Good
I was
job,
a little afraid
everybody.
that Brie
I feel
Larson
like
was
I
going to
just-
sneak on the boat and was going to be a stowaway. I was kind of afraid of that.
Uh,
Because I thought that would be
I feel like Warner Brothers hates me right now, so I'm just going to say I'm one of the people who actually really likes The Accountant.
I
So,
really like it as well.
Yes. So, there you go. The Accountant.
Never saw it.
Oh, it's good. Watch
Yeah,
it.
didn't-
I think
Batman
it's not
versus the
bad.
Punisher.
Starway.
Cool. Anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this review,
Talk.
I guess. Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment below. You can tell us about whether you have Bloody Marys in the morning or whatever you want to talk about.
Or at 4 in the afternoon.
Or if you,
It's up to
if you
you.
have 7 o'clock tales where you live, like we do in Wisconsin. It's a thing.
Wisconsin.
Anyways.
Because we
We
win.
have to Wisconsin.
Gotta get up pretty early in the morning to be drunk by noon.
Anyways, On that note, find your own ways of resisting boredom.
Drinking is a good one.
So I'm not the only one that heard it, right? In the beginning, when they're going into the storm, he does say, "Hold on to your butts," right?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, I
I
swear.
heard something similar to that.
Yeah, at least it was something similar, enough to make me go,
Hold on
this
to
all
your
seems
butts.
vaguely familiar.
Like, you tighten up your ears, boys, or something.
I don't
like
think he said that. I think he said something
Something
along the
something-
lines of "Hold
something
on to your
kid
butts."
was hearing in his head.